Hello and welcome back to On The Rocks. Hope you're all doing well today and looking forward to today's episode where we get started in the Champions League. It is the group stage draw today, which is so exciting. It's our first time in the Champions League and it's a chance to do something special. If we get a really nice, kind group, who knows what could happen. But welcome back, hope you're all doing well. Make sure you do drop a like on today's video for me and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here and leave some predictions in the comment section down below for how you think we're going to do in the Champions League this season. Since you guys were last here for yesterday's transfer special, no one else has joined the club, but actually we have let some players go. A few players have gone out on loan, but the big signing that left the club was Kevin Hanratty. I don't think you saw this one. Kevin Hanratty has gone to Kilmarnock for £1.3 million. He just wasn't going to get the game time at the club. Just better strikers in front of him, better strikers coming up behind him, and he just never really shone for us, unfortunately. I mean, he did get a 7.16 average rating one season from 13 appearances, but mostly off the bench, and I don't know, Hanratty is a great player, and I think in real life will do fantastic stuff for Aberdeen, just not quite for us with all the regens that have come through. But other than that, no other players leaving. So actually we have made £4.2 million in transfers this season thus far and not paid a single penny because we didn't buy anyone in the end yesterday. Also, since you were last here, we got the season underway and as you can see, 4 games played, 4 wins. We started off just as we left off last season by scoring 90th plus minutes winner goals. And there we go, a 91st minute winner against Rangers there on the opening day of the season at home. Kevin Nisbet getting the goal in that one. Thank you very much, Kevin. We then battered Kilmarnock 3-1 in the league before battering them 3-1 in the Betfred Cup second round before just about squeezing past Hamilton 1-0 in the third league game of the season. So what it means is we are staying on top of the table as things stand by virtue of alphabetical order because we've got an identical record to Celtic. So we begin with an A, they begin with a C. Alphabet means that A goes in front of C, so we're top of the table because of that. Hibs also won all 3 games thus far, so they're also on 9 points. St Mirren in 4th with 7 points, but luckily because we beat Rangers, they're down in 5th on 6 right now. We've also been given £14 million for getting to the Champions League group stage. It's about £4 million more than I thought. I thought we'd only get 10 million. 14 million is a significant amount of money. So as you can see, we've now got £24 million in the bank account, which I'm very excited about. And this all goes towards the kitty for next summer. Next summer, we are going to be spending so much money on players. But I will stop wasting your time. Let's get straight into what we're here for. The Champions League group stage draw. Of course, we're a 4th seed for this one because you've got such good teams. If we draw the first seeded teams, right, let's get these ones out of the way. You can just see like how good the teams are in this competition. Bayern Munich, PSG, Juventus, Atletico. Roma, interestingly, are a top seeded team. But didn't we beat Roma a few years ago in the Europa League in the group stage? I think we did. So actually, based off this, I mean, I wouldn't mind Benfica or Ajax. I feel like we could maybe do a job against them. But Roma, I wouldn't mind them either on the grounds that I'm pretty sure we've beaten them in the past, if I remember correctly. So let's draw the second seeded teams, and for some reason there seems to be better teams in the second seeds like Man City, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Barca. They're all second seeds. How's that a thing? United going to Group G. We identified that as a promising group for us. Maybe not quite so promising now if United are there. And maybe fancy us to maybe sneak a draw against a Dortmund because I know a lot of their good players have left in this save. I know that Jude Bellingham's gone to Man United actually. I know that Haaland's at Liverpool, for example. Not sure who they've brought in, but I do think Dortmund could be potentially drawable and Ajax beatable. So for me, I wouldn't mind being in Group F. Group F seems like a decent group right now. If we draw the third seeded teams as well, and Group F gets even nice with Porto in there. Porto are good, but I feel like we could have a chance of maybe even second place in Group F. But Group G, have we played Zenit in this? Or am I making that up? I know we've definitely beaten Roma. I think we could have beaten Zenit too, but I could be thinking about a different save. I don't really know. But it all comes down to this now. We're a 4th seeded team, and I'll be honest with you, G or F, that's where I want to be. G or F. I'll be happy in one of those 2 groups, I think. So just please not be in any of the ones like, we are not going to get past PSG, Real Madrid or AC Milan, for example, or Bayern Munich, Chelsea or Valencia. Like, they're going to be so tough. If we get F or G, I feel like we're in for a good chance of at least third in the group, which gives us Europa League football for the second half of the season. So, Group A, Dinamo Zagreb go into that one, so that's not us. Group B, it's Sporting from Portugal. Group C, it's Besiktas. Group D, Dinamo Kiev. Okay, this is now looking good for us for F or G. Please don't be us in E, because that's a very good group there. Right. It's one of these two groups that we want. I'd rather F. I think I'd rather be an F. But it's young boys who go in there. Right. Please get... And to be fair, actually, H isn't the worst group in the world, but I'd rather be in G. Please be in G. We're in Group G. Okay, I'm actually pretty happy with that one. That seems like a pretty decent group to me. So we're there with Man United, Roma, Zenit, and Aberdeen, which is... We're Aberdeen, obviously. So we're in that group. Can I have a quick look at the fixtures? So, today we're playing against St Mirren, Motherwell. We'll do 3 games today. Motherwell, St Mirren, and Zenit in today's episode. We've definitely not played Zenit before. Why did I think we've played Zenit? This says we haven't, which is a weird one. I don't know why I thought that, but we definitely have played Roma, and we beat them once and drew with them once in the Europa League a few years ago. So I'm confident against Roma. I tell you what, if we can get a result against Zenit, there's a chance of second in this group, you know. I feel like United will probably go on to win it. But I think we've got a chance of second if we can, you know, do as well as we did against Roma last time. That's exciting, you know. That is exciting. In the meantime, in the Europa League, Rangers, Hoffenheim, Spartak Moscow and Steaua Bucharest are in a group. So I backed Rangers to win that one. Unfortunately, Celtic lost in their Champions League qualifying rounds. It's why they weren't in the group stage, obviously. They go into Group E with Villarreal, Mechelen and Zorya, so should be getting through that one. In terms of the Europa Conference League, St Mirren got through into the group stages there, which is fantastic. They're with RZ, a team I can't pronounce from Macedonia, and Sheriff from Moldova, so they should be getting through that, I imagine. Unfortunately, Hearts were terrible and lost to RZ, so they're out of all European competitions now. But already, just getting to the group stages is pretty decent, and we're starting to catch up with Dutch a little bit. Of course, I have just realised as well, we are right just ahead of Russia, so we need to be doing better than Zenit St. Petersburg to make sure we beat them in these coefficient race points and stuff like that. So the game against Zenit means an awful lot. But obviously, there's so much football going on. So much football going on. How do you possibly keep up with it? Well, I can tell you how you keep up with it. You download the OneFootball app, the sponsors of today's video. OneFootball is the best app out there to keep up to date with all of the latest footballing news and scores from around the world. You can follow all of your favourite teams and competitions to make sure you get push notifications sent straight through to your phone when anything happens, to keep up to date with everything you need to keep up to date with. You can download the app for absolutely free from the top line of the description, and doing so really helps me and the channel out. Heading into today's first game, though, against St Mirren, who are having a very good season so far in the Conference League. They're like 4th in the table as well. They're doing all right. We're going to play a very strong lineup for this one. So Bazunu starts in goal, but I am rotating him and Tom Ritchie over. I think Tom Ritchie played both games against Kilmarnock, so he's getting a bit of game time, the Scottish #1 keeper. Portier is going to be our starting left back this season. I think we need to give him a bit more game time and start him. His crossing and dribbling not quite as good as Reece Devine's, but I want to see how he does and how he plays. So he'll be starting on the left-hand side with Herrera, Suva and Torres in that back line. Alan Campbell as that ball-winning midfielder alongside Thiago. Ignore his average rating so far. He's just settling into the team a little bit still. He'll get good soon, I'm sure. Gordon is going to start on the left-hand side, with Borges starting on the right-hand side. He's actually more of a winger on support as opposed to an inverted winger. That is because, where is he? Somewhere on here. Ben Knight just coming back from an injury. No need to rush him back, so we'll leave him on the bench. We've also got loads of players in the team right now because I decided to promote everyone from the reserves and under 18s who have potential so we can get them tutored. Mentoring is really important in Football Manager, but it doesn't work like across different squads. They have to be in the same squad for it to work. So I've got to move all our youngsters into the first team to get them mentored by people like Harry Winks and Lawrence Shankland and stuff like that. Speaking of Lawrence Shankland, he starts up front alongside Nisbet, trying to revive that great partnership they had last season. So I can already feel that today's episode is going to be a long one, given that I am nearly 20 minutes into this recording already and we're only just kicking off the game. So lots of editing to be done, I think. But let's kick off is upon us. This is going to be a tough game because St Mirren have had a great start to the season and they're on a high right now as our new permanent signing, Bazunu, makes a good save there from the first highlight. His clearance, though, was not so good as he just gives it straight to the St Mirren players. And we've just about stopped an attack there, but we have given the ball back to the boys in black and white as Torres with a good interception and challenge there to stop a shot going away on goal. But we are not starting this game particularly well. St Mirren are all over us. But this is good. This is good. What we want to do is see a good St Mirren side and stuff like that as they nearly score a goal. Part of the aim of this series is to get Scottish football to be #1 in Europe. And if St Mirren are a team that are going to do really well this season and perform to their best and do well in Europe, that's great for us. The better they do, the better it is for Scotland as a whole. So just because they're challenging us doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing for us. I mean, it is in the moment because obviously we want to win the game and pick up 3 points, but it's good for Scottish football. Unfortunately, though, this first half is looking pretty drab right now as we are approaching half-time with St Mirren quite clearly on top, but Thiago's corner is... We've won a penalty somehow. I'm not entirely sure what went on there. I'm not going to care too much about it because we've got the penalty and Nisbet could put us 1-0 up. He does put us 1-0 up. A little bit fortunate, but it doesn't matter. We're winning. So with the second half underway, we've got a throw in a very defensive position, but Brian Portier can bring the ball. I mean, let's analyse this, shall we? What does he think he's doing? At what point does he... At what point was that a good idea? Denanga actually is usually around the top scorer mark in the division as well, so he was never going to miss that. And unfortunately, it kind of looks like that could scupper our chances of 3 points today. What we're going to do is take Campbell off for Ferguson and bring Tam Lumper on for Thiago, which I can't believe we're doing, but we're going to do it. And then Shankland's not in a great game, so we'll swap him over with Harry... No, he won't. Borges, off you come. Ben Knight, on you go instead. Inside, inverted winger on support. Get on there, do your stuff. We'll go a little bit more attacking as well, and we'll shout demand more. We're bringing the big guns onto the pitch, and hopefully they're going to try and do something in the final 10 minutes. But we've not been at our best today. You can clearly see that. But St Mirren, congratulations to them. Obviously playing very well and having a great start to the season. There we go. 1-1. Brian Portier's let us down there. Maybe he's not quite ready yet. Maybe we need to bring Rhys Devine back onto the pitch. Celtic won though 4-0, so they go 2 points clear at the top. We're level on points with Hibs, and Rangers could only draw to Hibs as well, so that's also pretty decent for us. Oh, apparently we've now got international breaks, so I can't be asked to sit through all of this and talk to you for it because that's a long time to wait, particularly deadline day coming up. So I think what I'll do is I'll just see you at the next game. Oh, now this is an interesting one. Deadline day, Arsenal want Rhys Devine for £2.6 million. I feel like he should be valued a lot more than that, but it's £2 million more than we paid. And actually last season a 6.82, 5 assists. It's not a great return. It's not the best return in the world. But the thing is, we don't have another left back after him, do we? I don't know why Arsenal want him either. Right, how much can we push them up by, do you reckon? Can I push this up to like 5 million? Suggest they want 3.4. Can we push it up to 4.5, 3.7? He's on a lot of money per week, and he's probably not going to start so much this season. And I don't think he was incredible last season. And he's been very average in his 2 appearances so far this season. If Brian Portier gets injured, we have an issue. But it's 3.7 million. Well, first things first, let's just reject the bid for 1.7 from Leipzig for Portier. He's not leaving the club. Portier's the future. He's the one that we see at left back doing bits. His physicals aren't as good. He's just not... Maybe he's just not as good as Rhys Devine right now, actually. Maybe just not as good. But he will be better. But also 3.7 million isn't going to come around every day. We have not done enough scouting for left backs available on loan. There's no one that we know who's looking decent. If we go just to anything listed, there are players available. This is the guy we tried to... I might have edited it out, actually. We tried to sign this guy, and then Chelsea got him instead as a wonder kid. Does he want to come on loan to us? No, he doesn't. I do kind of want the money, though. I want the money for the Wonder Kid Fund next season, and he is on 11 grand a week. We did pay too much money in wages for him. He's not just he's the biggest earner at the club, and my plan this season is not to play him every single game. I'd rather be playing Brian Portia on the ground. He's younger, got 5-star potential. I'd rather be playing him than Devine, biggest earner. He's not really justifying that wage because he didn't play the highest earner at the club is on a 6.82 rating. It's nothing special. Oh, I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to do it. With no real plan to bring anyone else in. That's part of the big issue. How bad could Paulinho be from Werder Bremen? Surely he can't be that bad, Paulinho, as a backup left back to quickly get in. Depends what he wants wages-wise, but he is transfer listed for £875,000, which we're still making money and profit, right? So maybe let's just put a quick bid in for him. Can we please get Paulinho in quickly? I'm not so keen on this whole one left back as Reece is going. We've had nothing from Paulinho. Paulinho, please talk to us. As Leipzig still want Brian Portia, you can't have him. He's not leaving the club. But Reece will go. I'm pressing accept on that. I want the money. Ferguson's now upset that Reece Devine has gone. Ben Knight, sort it out for me, please, will you, lad? Paulinho, there's not much time left. Can they please accept the bid and get a contract sorted? There's not much time to get this over the line. As Arsenal are in for Johnny Herrera. No, Arsenal, you're just taking one of our players. You're not having Herrera. No, you're not taking him as well. He's very good, and you leave Brian Portia alone. Did we even put the bid in for him? In. Paulinho. They're just waiting. We've not got much time left. Please. What is going on? Why is Paulinho not talking to us? Herrera still wants to leave to Arsenal. I'm not talking to Herrera. I've got bigger fish to fry right now, and that's Paulinho. Paulinho, come on. Paulinho? Newcastle want him. You can't have him. You can't. Paulinho. Why can we not talk to him? It's literally deadline day today. And now it's too late to do anything else for anyone else, surely. Well, that's it, I feel. I feel like we're not going to get a replacement left back in. The one guy we wanted is just refusing to talk to us. Because he didn't even give us the chance to do the paperwork. We couldn't even offer a contract. It's not worked out well. Alright, well, I may have made a bit of a lapse in judgment there. Maybe. We can now also guarantee completely that Portia will pick up a career-ending injury in the next game. I also paused the recording just then because I was talking to someone else in the room, and then I forgot to unpause it. We have just offered a contract to this guy on at 1.1k per week to come in January to be the backup left back that we need. It seems to be that all the good left backs seem to play in the Czech Republic right now. This guy from Ghana does, and he's wanted by 25 clubs, including Betis, Celtic, Fiorentina, Rangers, Stade Rennais. Like, loads of clubs want him, so he can't be that bad, surely. But we've put a contract offer in for him, so hopefully he accepts that and he'll join us in January, which is a little bit late for, getting in a left back, but it's the quickest thing we can do, and the cheapest thing we can do is literally, I can't believe it, the one left back we have is now out for 3 weeks. At least it's not 3 months. Look at the bright side, it's not 3 months. Today's episode is going to be horrifically long. I do apologise, unless of course you love long episodes, then you're more than welcome. But we are finally here for the Motherwell game, and Brian Portia's injury doesn't look that bad right now, which is quite handy. Who's back up to him? Paul Crossan, who is a 17-year-old with 4-star. Okay, he's not the worst thing. I think they're playing for this Motherwell game to sort of see how he goes and just to rest Portia a little bit. Bazunu will come off for Tom Ritchie. Let's give him a game. But Suva, Herrera and Torres will play. Thiago's going to come off for Tam McLumper. and I want to bring Lewis Ferguson on for this game. Let's get Ben Knight back on the pitch as well as that inverted winger on support. Nisbet Shankland will stay, and we need to get Brian Portier onto the bench. To be fair, I don't know why we have a keeper on the bench. That doesn't really make much sense at all, does it? I don't like having keepers on the bench. So Vontae Daly-Campbell, you come onto the bench as well. Oh, it's kickoffs upon us here today. I feel like I've made a big mistake with selling Reece Devine. I feel like I've made a big mistake. I don't think I should have done it. It's good money. It's very nice money as we've won a penalty early on in this game, but he was a great option to have. But then again, he was the biggest earner at the club. Wasn't going to play every single game. Would probably score a penalty though, if given the chance. You hate to see that. I don't know. It was a tough one. It's not like it was a huge amount of money, but 3.7 million. We can't really turn that sort of money down because we're trying to save it for Wonder Kids. What we'll do is we'll bring someone else in next season who's bigger and better in every single way, maybe. I don't know. I feel like the comment section, I'm sure you guys will judge me on that heavily. I'll listen to what you guys say. I hope you guys agree with me, but you probably won't. You probably won't, as Tam McLumper can't score. Another chance for us to come forward, though. We are in control of this game right now. We just need to get the ball in the back of the net to give us control on the scoreline. Unfortunately, we do lose possession, but then win it back straight away through Hector Herrera's interception. Great stuff. Tam McLumper into Nisbet, over to Ben Knight, who can swing a ball into the middle. He can. Nisbet's there. Torres is there. No one can score a goal. In the meantime, St Mirren are beating Rangers 2-0. Poor start to the season for Rangers. It does make our win look slightly less impressive as Tom Ritchie's made a huge mistake. And why am I starting him instead of Bazunu? Oh, the fact he's Scotland's #1 is getting to my head a little bit. And for whatever reason, I seem to think he's like the next big thing, when the attributes clearly show Bazunu's better, and Bazunu would have made that save. Okay, well, this has not gone to plan in this first half. We've missed a penalty, we have bottled several opportunities, and we're now 1-0 down. Annoyingly, we are dominating the match stats as well, which makes it even worse that we're losing this game. It's frustrating as Tam McLumper's gone down injured. We'll just bring Thiago onto the pitch for him instead. That's a nice substitute we can make. And I guess while we're here, let's also bring Ferguson off, who's not played well for Alan Campbell. And let's give Harry Storm a run out up front instead of Shankland. Although swap him and Nisbet over? No, keep Storm with the poacher. This is not great because Hibs are also overtaking us right now. And 5 games into the season, if this goes on, we'll already be 5 points behind Celtic, which is a long way to catch up. Luckily, it's early on in the season. It's possible, but not a good run of results for us so far heading into our first Champions League game against Zenit. If we can just get an equaliser, it makes life a little bit nicer for us heading into the next few games. Come on, boys. Get the challenge in there. Good. Good interception from Thiago. Thiago's pass is terrible, though. Thiago, you're meant to be like one of the best players in the league. What on earth was that? Gordon coming forward into Nisbet. Nisbet gets it out wide to Cosson, who puts a ball across to Ben Knight, and that was a Oh, it's offside. A missed penalty, a disallowed. He's actually quite far offside, to be fair. Yeah, there's no arguing that, unfortunately. But look at the match stats. We've not played badly. We just can't seem to put the ball in the back of the net. And, well, this is not a result we want to remember fondly. I mean, even if we get a draw right now, it's not a game we want to be thinking about much as... Oh, come on, lads. Win possession back. Let's at least get a consolation goal to get a draw as the header forward is rubbish. Herrera collects the ball into Ritchie. Ritchie up to Campbell, who doesn't win it. We do win it back through Nisbet, though. Nice interception. Gets it to Ben Knight, who gets it back to Nisbet. Gets it into no one. Oh, Nisbet's messed things up a bit today. He's not been fantastic, I've got to say. As Campbell wins it back. Brilliant. Great ball from Thiago. Harry Storm is there. We've rescued a point at least. McLumper out for 4 weeks, all with a twisted ankle. That's not quite so good. Hopefully that's not going to affect him too much. But thank you, Harry Storm, for coming off the bench and scoring the goal we needed. We're now going to rest everyone for a day because, of course, it's that time now. It's back into not Thursday night football, Tuesday/Wednesday night football for us, as Zenit St. Petersburg are coming up next. At least we are bringing in a new left back to replace Devine coming in January now. I just hope they're as good as I'm trying to make out in my head they are. They're probably not, if we're honest with ourselves. They're probably not, but I don't know. They're free transfers. You can't say no to a free transfer. Right, for the Zenit game, Tam Lumper's got to come off for Thiago, and I think we'll bring Alan Campbell back on as well, and then Tam Lumper comes off the bench completely for Harry Winks, who's been injured for the past few weeks, who hasn't actually made a start for us at all. We will bring Brian Portier on the pitch, and we'll get Suter on the bench instead. Bazunu is going to start this one, obviously, but again, that team looks good. It should be the best team we've got on paper. Hopefully they beat Zenit. So as kickoff is upon us here today for our first ever Champions League game in this save, I am utterly convinced we have played Zenit St. Petersburg in this save. But now I think about it, it might actually have been on stream with Chelsea instead. So they all sort of blur into one. I've not done much streaming recently as Shankland has got the opening goal of the game. We'll talk about that in a minute. Shankland, what a man. The first goal in the Champions League. And it comes to us. Ben Knight into Shankland. Shankland back to Thiago. Into Torres. Back to Thiago. The run from Shankland's great. And that is what a 33-year-old former Champions League winner can do. When he does play well, which hasn't been very often so far for us, he just finds killer balls like that. But as I was about to say, I've not done a whole lot of streaming recently just because I've been so busy recently with loads of stuff going on like after work, and I'm just busy out doing stuff as things open up again. So we need to get back into a proper streaming routine at some point. I think for the European Championships, we'll do a challenge where I've got to try and win it with every single team, and we'll have a big spreadsheet going on. I think we'll do that pretty soon for the excitement and build up to the European Championships. So if you want to follow me on Twitch, link down in the Twitch channel, in the description below to follow me on Twitch as Zenit St. Petersburg. Grab a goal. Not brilliant defending this one, I'll be honest with you. We should have done a lot better there as they head it to each other. It's so frustrating. I suppose we've not really spoken about the aims for this season in the Champions League. I think it's basically just to enjoy ourselves. I don't think we're coming here with any expectations, but the group we have been given, I want to say the best possible outcome we could hope for is second in the group. I think United will batter us all, and I think they'll go on to win the group. Maybe Zenit might do that as well if they just scored another goal against us. But given that we have beaten Roma in the past, I want to... I guess we have to be ambitious. We have to be ambitious, right? I think minimum expectation then is third in the group. We have to aim for at least third so we get some sort of European football later on in the season. But obviously beating Zenit would go a long way for Scottish football as well, because of course we're so close to Russia in the coefficient points. So beating Zenit, getting ahead of them and qualifying for the knockout stages ahead of Zenit would do really good stuff for our coefficient points, as Shankland can't win the loose ball. Since we scored, it has been pretty much all Zenit, unfortunately, as they look to come forward again. If we can just hold on to not conceding another goal before half-time, we might stand a chance. Or could we? We've got men forward. Ben Knight, can you find someone? He had 3 men waiting in the middle for him there. 3 men, and they all just didn't get the service they deserved. That was a bit unfortunate. Suva with a good interception there, but only goes as far as Zenit St. Petersburg players, who look to shoot from the edge of the area and put it wide, which is fine. Annoyingly, Anthony Gordon is having a poor game on a 6.3 out there. That's frustrating. Dressing room, thrash the arms, far from pleased from what I've just seen. Let's go a little bit more attacking. Let's shout, demand more. Gordon now picked up a knock. Let's get him off for that Borges guy. Let's just press... Oh, he's now fully injured. That's not good. Borges, on you come. Please be an inverted winger on the left-hand side. Nisbet having a poor game. Swap over with Harry Storm. Swap those two over. That might work. Throw in for Zenit. Come on, lads. Let's get a good clearance. Okay, that's good. Harry Storm. Come on. The man of the moment who gets the ball to Thiago. Thiago, go on, lad. Get a ball in the middle. He doesn't. He does nothing. We do win possession back, though, but then lose it immediately again. And Zenit look to come forward. If they score a goal off this, I'll be really cross, because we should have done an awful lot better. Great challenge from Portier there. That was super. I'm very scared he's going to get a red card now, though, and be missing for several games, and we have no left back. That's going to be frustrating. It's Harry Storm on the ball again. His cross is not good, but Ben Knight's there. Shankland's there. Shankland scores, bringing us back to 2-2. His second goal in the Champions League. You love to see it. Okay, well, 30 minutes to go. It's all to play for as Alan Campbell's had a terrible game. So let's get him off for Lewis Ferguson, and that's the final change we can make as Herrera on the ball. Forward to Borges. Borges is in. Borges somehow doesn't score. Oh, how's he not got that in the back of the net as the corner comes in, and it's... I think this is going to be a highlight for the not the transfers. What are they called? Substitutes, that's the word. Don't know why that evaded me so much. That was a difficult one, to be fair. But with 15 minutes to go, it's all square in every single game in the group. If we can just pick up like a last-minute winner as Borges is now injured. We can't make any more subs, can we? No. Okay, well, Shanklin plays up front on his own then. You just go there, lad, out of the way. Shanklin up front on his own. Let's now play for the draw. I was about to say let's get the win, but we've got to play 10 minutes with 10 men. That's going to be difficult. So, I'll shout demand more anyway. But it's all, if we just got the win, that would put us in such a great position in the group. But the fact it's all square right now, and we've got a draw away from home at Zenit, I reckon we can beat them at home. I reckon we could beat them at home. But it does suggest that Roma are better than we last played them if they drew with United. But based on alphabetical order, we can actually say that we are top of a Champions League group at some point, which is fantastic. Borges is out for 4 to 5 weeks with a thigh strain. Anthony Gordon, please don't be too bad. 1 to 2 days, that's fine. And we've been given almost £1 million for just drawing a game, which is mental. So weirdly, the best performance tonight was against Zenit. We're just not very good in the other fixtures, unfortunately. But we have had a fairly positive but long episode. I think next episode, because I do want to do the Roma game on the grounds that I think we will beat them. So actually, I think we might do Celtic and Roma next episode, which is not too far away into the future. And then after that, we might do Man United, Rangers, skip Kilmarnock and do Zenit, and then a Roma. And we'll try and do a few games, obviously. We might miss out this Man United game, to be fair, because we'll probably end up losing it, I imagine. But I do want to do Roma and Celtic next time. So, thank you very much for watching today's episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. And of course, if you have done, drop a like on today's video for me and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. See you soon. Lots of love. Goodbye.